You know what human beings and bees love? Flowers. So why not show some love to this week's Game Over Greggy show sponsor, Pro Flowers. Right now, Pro Flowers has a special offer just for our listeners. Get $10 off your purchase of $29 or more. To snag this deal, go to proflowers.com, enter the code Greggy at checkout. I got Pro Flowers delivered to the house last week, true story. And you know what I did? I cried because Jen wasn't there to get them. But you know what Colin's girlfriend Erin did? She put them out on the kitchen table, and they looked like funfetti cakes. They were all like white flowers with like the sprinkles in there. It was really pretty. So do yourself a favor, help out this show, and support Pro Flowers. There has to be a bee in your life that needs flowers, or a person. So you can get $10 off your purchase of $29 or more at proflowers.com. Just go there and enter the code Greggy at checkout for a special deal. Buzz, motherfucker. Tim.
Yes.
What's your topic?
I have a confession to make.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I don't like where this is
This is
going.
definitely going to be a hot take. Okay. This is
shit.
This is something that I don't think a lot of people out there are going to agree with me on. But I've thought about this for a while now, and I want to now come out and say it. I don't like sandwiches.
Fuck yeah. Up
Really?
here, dog.
God.
Fuck sandwiches.
Yeah, fuck sandwiches.
Fuck a sandwich.
So here's the thing.
Greg,
Everyone talks about sandwiches being the greatest food
enact
of all
Plan
time.
B, where you and I break off.
Oh, God.
Let them
I
take
can't do
the
like this.
studio. We go back into the spare bedroom. We start again.
Colin's filming things right there now, right there.
We'll
This
film
is
in
the
Col-
house.
we'll film in
Can
Colin's
you
bedroom.
imagine? Holy shit! Can you imagine tomorrow morning if you rang the doorbell, came up, Colin's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "We're shooting in the spare bedroom again."
Yeah, it's all right,
Colin's
man.
running his thing out on the kitchen table. We're in the fucking
Dual
room.
When some shit happened, it's not a big
And
deal.
we'll be here ranking our
There was
least favorite
some-
sandwiches of all
Dude.
time.
Go
So here's the
ahead,
thing.
present your case.
So my thing is,
wrong
like,
with you?
there's a couple, food
yeah.
groups. And burrito is a food group. Pizza is a food group. I'll give it to sandwiches, right? People would name them as like, oh man, sandwiches are just great. But like after years and years of like, I remember there was a while where I'd be like, all right, I'm going to a deli, getting the Dutch crutch bread with all that. So I'm like, all right, this is pretty damn good. But I realized after a while, I'm like, I don't actually like this. This just seems like the most basic food. That it's like, oh, yeah, well, this is easy to make, so people just kept doing that.
Right.
That's
And-
exactly why it's great.
Yeah, I know, but like when I'm at a point where I can have someone make me a burrito or a pizza, I'm like, these are so much better.
Sure.
It's just like the base food.
The thing is, I feel like you're getting so much more with the sandwich. Like the sandwich is the best delivery source for the rest of the food, right?
No.
Where like,
I said burrito. I don't know if you heard me.
well, but the problem with the burrito is like inevitably, like I just feel like you can get more things into the sandwich. Am I crazy?
But is that
in
a good thing?
I don't.
Because
see why
here's
that
my
would be a
thing.
bad
Here's
thing.
Less is more.
You presented
But like
this
the
the other
sandwich usually
day.
has like a little mini salad on it.
You presented this at Ike's, a sandwich shop here in the Bay Area that's local. Started as one place, now it's got a bunch of locations. It's great. Everybody loves Ike's. And what I say to you is that I will never go as far as fuck sandwiches. I will go as far to say 90% of sandwiches just not that great.
and I think, to be fair, the fuck sandwiches sentiment comes from fear more than
Sure,
anything.
sure.
When you
You've
hit
been
that-
burned.
you hit that- I've been burned.
Your
and
heart's been
I'm
broken.
at a
Stomach's
place
been
where I'm
left
just like,
empty.
I don't know how I want to go about this.
Sure.
Like I did realize I don't like it, so I feel like I need to go extra hard
Sure. I
to
hear you, I
like
hear
let them
you.
know that they've wronged me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the one I want to say, because I know people are thinking it, I'm not talking about the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The peanut butter and jelly
No,
sandwich
I can fuck with that.
that's a
100%.
thing on its own.
Sure.
That is that is one of the ultimate creations that anybody's ever made.
Here's sorry, I'm getting choked up thinking about the Ike's sandwich. You know how much the Hot Mama Hut over there. Good, because the problem with
It's
it,
very saucy.
it is very saucy. It's a buffalo chicken
it's
sandwich.
great.
So
I want you to
tangy.
know why I love it so much. Is the fact that I'm literally salivating talking about this goddamn sandwich. Is the fact that God rest its soul, that in Columbia, Missouri, there was a place called WG Grinders, which is a chain. It's probably all over the place. I once did Google. There's one like 30 minutes south of the city. but
Remove
I'm
the
never
E
gonna
at
go
the
there.
end. It's a gay dating site, Grinder.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Keep going. That's all good.
WG Grinders.
You can edit that out.
Toasted
Kevin.
subs. They had a buffalo chicken sandwich there that was out of this world. And then they went out of business and I was just left with no buffalo chicken sandwich that was that good.
Right.
And I'd go chase them and I'd go try to find them and anywhere you go, you try it, couldn't do it.
Sure.
Ike's is better than WG Grinders. So that's why like I only know one sandwich at Ike's. Don't even know anything else.
Right.
But I have tried Colin was a big fan of that Grubbin place. Grubbin's all right. But it's another thing where I don't like it because they put too much in the sandwich. I think a sandwich, when it's the simplest, is the best. I fuck with peanut butter and jelly.
Hell yeah.
Growing up, another one I always liked, though, was bologna and American cheese or ham and American cheese, and that's it. I don't need the tomatoes. I don't need the lettuce. I don't need all the sauces. And that's the thing with Grubbin is Grubbin has a great sauce. But it's similar to what happens with your brother whenever we eat out with him. Is I'll order it and be like, don't fucking put any of this other shit on there. And then you get it and it is all the other shit. And you're like, this is a soup that I'm trying to hold together with bread.
Yeah,
and I hate
I'm not down with that. Like growing up in San Francisco, there's this place called Sub Center that I didn't bring up during our topic because I don't give a fuck about it because I just learned I don't
fuck with
like sandwiches. But I mean, it's an institution here. It's out in West Portal. I think we went there.
I think we had we ordered from there.
But I mean, like that place people fucking love. But I'm like, it's so basic that I'm like, I wish I was eating almost anything else. It's like, I'm a big fan of bread, but that's where the pizza comes in. Where I'm like,
I feel like
that's everything I like about the bread plus more.
It's weird to me that you don't like the sandwich because there's so many different options with the sandwich. So many different bread options, thickness options, protein options that you put in the sandwich. Like you get a good meatball sub. That's the fucking bomb.
Meatball subs are always inevitably too much. The bread gets too soggy.
That's the whole point.
I would much rather give me some spaghetti and meatballs and give me some bread to dip when I want it.
100%.
Now here's what I want to do, and I know that this traipses back a little bit into hot dogs and sandwiches and all that jazz. Do you count your combo at Portillo's as a sandwich? Because that's just Italian bread, Italian beef, and then that big old sausage inside.
No, because again, I feel like that's a hot dog more than anything.
Okay.
And is a hot dog a sandwich?
Because I count the Italian beef at Portillo's as a sandwich.
Look, if I went to any sandwich shop and they give me the option to put a long ass meat patty in there, just give me a long burger.
Well, it's
is
long
a
meat.
burger a sandwich? That's another question.
I mean, I think it is, but I think it is, but I don't
also,
like.
I'm convinced you don't like hamburgers either.
No, I love hamburgers.
I love.
I
hamburgers.
literally
You don't like any in the city, though.
Every single time we go to a hamburger place, you're like, "Ugh, I don't like that place.
That's not true.
You don't like Hall of Flame. You don't like Beeps that much.
I don't like it when it's just
don't like
hella
Gettys.
greasy. I don't like greasy burgers.
That's a hamburger. That's what hamburgers are. What burger is good for you? Like, name me a good burger. I think you just don't like anything that's sandwiched in between two pieces of bread, which is why
I love
think you should try a
burgers.
low carb
I love
diet.
cheeseburgers.
Name the place you want us to go for burgers.
There's
the
not
thing.
really any great ones here. Burgermeister's
But you've
okay
never
every
left
once
here.
in a while.
You live here. You grew up here.
Yeah, but I mean,
You like
I like when it comes to the burger stuff. I like the chain stuff. I'll take the fast food burgers. Sure, that's fine. But give me like a Mel's burger, something like that. I'm
Yeah.
down with that shit.
Here's what I will say, though, to your point, and this is a hot take from Greg Miller
Oh, boy.
that we've danced around before, I think, is the fact that I think a burger is a sandwich, and it is defined in there. It does have
Yeah,
a
but
sandwich
no.
name. And I think that it backs up your point, because a lot of burgers are bullshit. A lot of
Oh,
burgers.
you're right. A lot of burgers
I order these
are.
burgers, and I stopped ordering burgers unless we're going to a place that is like Jenny's, Big Jen's,
Big Jenny burger.
Beeps. You know what I mean? That is a great one.
No.
In and out.
Oh, I like Beeps a lot. Beeps.
If I'm going there and I know it's going to be a great burger, all right, fine. But when I go anywhere else, like, no, I'm not going to go because the
What
bun's
about
going to
a
be too
good
big.
burger?
Home of the good burger.
Kel Mitchell.
man.
Where you at, Kel? Come to Kind of Fun Live 3.
Where's Kel at?
Yeah, I think that goes to your point though. That I think there's way more. I think 90% of the burgers I eat or I have ate in the past suck. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't even think I'm gonna fight you on that. I'm a fan of good burgers, and I stand by that. Burgers are one of my favorite foods, but I feel like they get fucked up very often. Your burgers you made a couple days ago were really good.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan of those.
That's the
I feel
soy
like
or the
it's-
Worcestershire sauce.
I think because I'm so basic, just give me meat. Give me that meat in my mouth. Give me some lettuce, tomatoes, and some hella toasted buns. I need that shit toasty, like kind of crispy.
Oh yeah, you
at the
had an
edges.
issue. We were talking about this recently.
Mighty
Where-
Fine Burgers in Austin. Bernie loves it. I think Gus was the only one on the podcast I was like, fuck Mighty Fine. And I was like, yes, fuck Mighty Fine. They never toast the buns no matter how much you ask. I love all burgers. Here's kind of a weird thing about me. I've never had a burger from McDonald's or Burger King.
Oh, that's going to change eventually.
And
You're friends
I'm
with
never
Kevin.
going to do it.
from
Kevin's got a McDonald's hamburger in
I've
his pocket
never
right
had
now,
one.
guaranteed.
Why? How does that happen?
What?
I always went for the nuggets, went for them
Okay.
nugs.
Give them nugs.
And anytime we'd be on a field trip, like, you know, we'd elementary school field trips, hey, let's order McDonald's for everybody. They'd order the same burger for everybody.
Texas.
And I knew
That should never happen here.
I'm not gonna scrape off my cheese off of this fucking burger, you know, because
Right.
that shit's gross. And I'd attempt.
You don't like cheese?
I don't like cheese on my burger. I love cheese everywhere else. Don't love it on my burger. So anyway,
so particular.
So I would always just give my burger to my friends, and I would eat the fries.
All right.
Or
Oh.
and another thing I never did with sandwiches growing up, like again, I never did. My parents were never like, "Hey, make yourself a sandwich." You know, you got this ham, this turkey, or whatever. I just got, I would get turkey, fucking, you know, sliced turkey, put it in between some Ritz.
There you go. There you go. The cracker sandwich, shout out to that. I feel like that's like a cousin of dipping things in sauces.
Sure.
You know, putting
Sure.
little things in some crackers,
Yeah,
getting some
absolutely.
little
I think it's
charcuterie.
If I get the crispy texture in there, maybe I could do like a ham sandwich. But when it gets really messy and sloppy and
Yeah.
shit, like the thing I liked most about the recent one, the Hot Mama Hutta,
Yeah, the Ike sandwich. Yeah.
the parts that did not have an abundance of sauce. When it was just like, mainly chicken, I liked it. But the sauce is super tangy and super like.
It's just what I want.
I mean, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
Evolving this topic a little bit, going back to something that we've discussed many times.
Sure.
Jimmy John's, Subway,
yeah.
both can just suck a dick.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Like I just can't. I can't. Quiznos.
No, you
I'm okay
can't.
with
You
this.
can't.
No, because
do
here's
this.
the thing. Here's the thing.
Don't be
I
these
feel
people.
like Quiznos gets to the point where so many of their options are more similar to the Italian beef or a burger, where I'm like, I almost don't even consider them sandwiches. It's just bread with meat in it.
Okay. All right. Just
You-
play
it's not-
fast and loose with all the definitions.
You
to make
can point
everything
back to
sound
the Kind of Funny morning show from a few days ago when Nick said, "Hey Andy, do you like sandwiches?" And I said, "Yeah," just because I wanted to fit in, guys. I'm very sorry.
No, what I was like,
totally
hey, we're gonna
lied.
take you to lunch, and then we failed
It's
on
your
all
first
fronts.
day. Do you wanna go to
Your
lunch?
First day. Let's go.
Do you
lunch.
like
That sounds
sandwiches?
great.
I was
like
like,
sandwiches? I love sandwiches.
Yeah.
And then we didn't even buy your meal. You just ate the sandwich that you had to pay for, and you
Yeah.
were like, by the way, I don't like sandwiches.
And that's another reason
like,
why
damn it.
I've it's not for a lack of trying. I've tried several different sandwiches and I
have
get
I.
burned every time. And it's like I don't want to keep spending fucking $12, $10, $8
Sure.
and wasting my money. If the sandwiches are free, I would try a fuckload of sandwiches.
Sure.
But when
Sure.
it's coming out of my pocket, it's like
See,
I
it's just
don't
about
love
finding
this.
what works for you. And I know what works for me is I don't want the lettuce, I don't want the tomatoes, I don't want it to be too soupy. I don't think personally the Hot Mama Hut is too soupy because it's not multiple sauces mixing, getting the bread all gross. Live your own life if you think it does. But I've had way worse. I also then get that Italian bread. You know what I mean? That French roll. That's what it's about. Dutch Crunch. I fucking hate that shit. When I first started at IGN, we used to go down the road to Darby Dan's, and everybody liked that shit. And you'd come back and eat at your desk, and it would explode everywhere, cut up the roof of your mouth like you're eating Captain Crunch. Like,
I
no,
got I
fuck
like
that.
that, I
wrong
like
type
that real
of
soft
crunch.
wheat.
There's soft Dutch Crunch too.
I can't.
But I
I've
fucked
been
up
burned.
yesterday because Dutch Crunch is one of those things it needs to be for the right type of sandwich, which
Yeah.
I still haven't found. But it was definitely not for
Turkey,
the buffalo
Sure.
chicken.
Sure.
No.
Turkey and
Yeah.
Dutch Crunch.
Yeah.
Oh, the bomb.
I
See, I
understand.
don't even eat bread, and I love sandwiches. That's how much I love sandwiches.
There was also back in the day when we worked at IGN, remember Jules or Julie's down in Brisbane? It was a little thing down there. You went down there and I'd order the pastrami there. And it was just
okay.
like that much pastrami and then really thin bread. I was like, that's fucking.
I mean, well, speaking of
beef
IGN
sandwich.
sandwiches, I will give a shout out to the Brennan Street Cafe.
Yeah.
Because that place was pretty good, right around the corner.
Oh, okay,
And
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know if
yeah.
it was maybe I just liked the people that
I think
ran
you just
it.
like
They
the
were
people
so
that ran
nice.
it. It was a nice family of
So much,
people.
man. They give you a pound of bacon with every meal.
You have a
they were
microphone. You can
great.
talk into it.
Anyway, I don't know. I feel a little uncomfortable about admitting this. Like,
Sure.
I
Here's
feel
my
like
here are my
You
questions.
took a big step today.
Yeah.
And
You
so
know
did I, frankly.
that I don't eat out often,
Sorry, Jen.
Oh.
but I love that Ike's. So what does this mean? Are you going to keep trying to find sandwiches there, or are you just not going to go eat there?
I mean, Ike's is one of those places whenever you guys are like, let's go to Ike's. I'm like, fuck.
I'll sell out and get
You
a
know-
salad like Nick did.
I don't like being
No,
difficult.
don't do that.
though.
No,
No,
just
don't do
because it
that.
takes
That
long.
takes
I don't
so
want. It takes
long.
too long.
No, next
and it's
time
not good.
I'm gonna get the sandwich and just open it up and eat the turkey out of it. because
That's a
I feel
good
like
idea.
the
That's what I
the
started
salad
doing.
took way too long.
That's what I started doing yesterday. I
You
just
guys, you have
kinda
to
took away the
bread.
bread.
explore
I
the
get so
menu. There's
picky
like
with my shit, and Nick's
150
all,
options.
well, you
explore the
because
menu.
you and your brother are very picky
Thank you,
eaters.
Kev.
I've noticed that.
My
Now,
pick-
granted,
my brothers.
you
much more
guys
so
like
than
you
me.
guys are definitely like you fascinate me, and here's why. Because your brother, for instance, if he looks at something and decides he doesn't like it, he won't eat it. That is not my way. That is not my way.
Yeah.
My way is if it's in front of me and it's at all edible and hasn't spoiled yet, and even if it has a little bit, you eat that.
Well,
fucker
that's
and
the.
just
I
deal
mean,
with the
that's just
consequences.
with all due respect. I think it's normal. Because like I hate onions. I get order shit all the time, and there's onions on it, even though I didn't ask for them. I'm like, all right, pull it off, then I eat it. But yeah, your brother is very much like, nah.
My brother had.
I'm the same way though.
My brother had a real bad run-in with mayonnaise growing up,
Yeah.
and I think that just.
What
kinda
does that exactly
broke him.
mean?
I don't even know.
Okay.
Honestly, I feel like the story's
ran into
changed
mayo and it
over
like
the
had a
years.
knife and gonna get
It was
you.
bad,
robbed by
but,
a
like,
jar of
it's
best
kind
foods.
of like evolved over the years to now. It like sauces. He's just like I just.
I
I
can
can't
fuck with
decide.
that. Here's what I would have enjoyed yesterday if I had the option to get all the chicken that they had in that Hot Mama Hutta.
Yeah.
Give me a little like side of that sauce.
Yeah.
Where I could just dip it in.
And now,
you totally could.
Like,
You can.
it's
That's
just,
what I want, man.
I guess it's like when I go to a wing place, I hate when it's fucking drowned in sauce. Like if it's I'm all about.
Do you
like,
tell them light on the
moderation.
sauce, or do you just let
No,
it?
I mean they just like Pluckers makes it perfect for me. That's probably why I love Pluckers. But yeah, I would have loved if I had that little tangy sauce because
Sure.
it didn't. It's not that it tasted bad. It was just
Too
an
much yeah.
explosion, man.
That's why I'm all salivating right here. Can't
It's
fucking
fucking
wait.
like just dip it in, eat it. Maybe with some tortilla chips. I love tortilla chips.
chips.
Here's what I've been doing recently.
Lay it on me.
That's just crispy bread.
Here's my like really like poor man's thing that I've been doing recently. On the road, on the drive over here, bought a few bags of beef jerky. And my mouth's salivating. Got a few bags of beef jerky with a bag of tortilla chips. And it reminds me of eating barbecue at my dad's house and my parents' house. My dad makes barbecue and he has the fajitas out. It's the same like sort of
say
thing.
that
It's
again?
fajitas. Wow. Yeah. So I'd put the beef jerky in the tortilla chip, eat that shit. That's my sandwich. I like the crunch. Reason why I would put crackers
My
instead
God.
of eating sandwiches.
Does that doesn't do anything to your bowels? That doesn't stop you up at all?
No, I feel great.
Okay, it just shoots through. I mean, if I eat too much beef jerky, it's like you're gonna be waiting a couple days for the train.
Oh no,
You know what I mean?
I take some pro and prebiotics.
Do you? Okay,
Yeah.
so it breaks it down in the stomach.
Breaks it
That's
down.
good.
Yeah, feeling good.
And the colon.
I used hot Cheetos in my little homemade sandwiches.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the way
yeah,
to go.
yeah. I used to put standard Cheetos or like just Lay's because it added the crunch that I desired from because with the bread it gets kind of mushy.
Let's talk about the game changer that the Clausen sandwich slices were. When you're making sandwiches at home and you could put those on there. God, fuck yes.
Oh, I still have those.
What is it
Clausen.
called?
I buy those all the
The
time.
pickle.
I'll take those and I'll roll it up in turkey. Like I'll go to Trader Joe's, get
Sure.
the Columbus turkey with their pickle slices, and I'll roll those up and make little turkey rolls in it. And it's like
Smart.
an inside out sandwich because you get the crunch on the inside and some on the
Yeah,
outside.
yeah.
It's tasty.
It's just DIY stuff, man. You go to McDonald's, you get yourself a number 2, the 2 cheeseburger meal. You go to a liquor
Don't know
store,
anything about that.
you get some of that hot Cheetos, and then you put the hot Cheetos on the double
Wow.
cheeseburger,
Crazy.
or not
Wow.
double, just the single cheeseburger. Oh,
That's crazy.
Here's one thing that
good.
really grossed me out when I was in elementary school. They'd always give you sandwiches for lunch every once in a while. Of course, I never ate them. And or if there was bread along with the meal, maybe the meal was like, I don't know, turkey
Pasta?
or mashed potatoes or some shit. There might just be a fucking like dry ass loaf of bread that had no crisp to it. It was just
Sure,
a loaf of
sure.
bread. My friend, and I specifically remember Mike Guerra, one of my best friends. One of my best friends since we were 4 years old. He's now a lawyer for Netflix, by the way. Congratulations.
That's an awesome job.
He would pick off the bread and like roll it into a ball and eat it. I was like, yeah, it's so gross. Like it's just gross stuff. It's just like
just
stale dough. Kind of, I don't know. It just grossed me out.
I've done that.
I'm a fan of dough. I like dough.
Yeah, I've definitely smushed up bread before and eat it like that.
It's so gross to me.
This
like
is the
bread.
thing. We right before this podcast started, you guys were talking about potentially going on a diet. And I recommended the low carb diet, and you guys have just proved me right. Like you guys don't like sandwiches because of the bread to protein ratio. So just eat the protein. Why not just eat the protein? Like go.
I do like bread.
Sometimes you get some dope ass
lot.
like bread. Like okay, here's one place that's very commercial, burger place, Fuddruckers. I love their bread.
I used to love
I love
Fuddruckers.
their buns. It's so toasty, and they
go,
they
dude.
kind of put butter on top.
Fuddruckers.
That's the burger?
That's oh my god.
That's a great burger, dude. There's a place
fucking
back home
love
called
Fuddruckers.
So back home, it's like Fuddruckers or Wallbangers. I don't know if Wallbangers is a national chain,
Wallbangers.
but there's one back home. Yeah,
It's a good name.
Like a
It's
Harvey
so
Wallbanger?
fucking good. It's
that a
that
drink?
Shout out to Wallbangers, man.
Yeah.
Far Texas, McAllen, Texas. Represent 956.
If you didn't know, this has been the Game Over Greggy Show. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table. Each bring a random topic discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can get each and every episode early along with a bunch of exclusive perks, goodies, and photos from Andy.
But are they porn star photos?
No, they're not. He's not a porn star. If you got no bucks to toss our way, no big deal. Head over to youtube.com/kindafunny, where I post the entire show topic by topic, day by day, until it goes up as one big MP3 in video for your viewing and listening pleasure. Andy Cortez, welcome to IGN, or not IGN. Where do we work? Kind of funny. Oh, everyone's like, oh.
You thinking about going back?
Is that a Freudian slip?
I have been talked to a few times. No, they're like, not a chance in hell would we ever
No,
have you
we
back.
don't want-
Welcome to Kind of Funny.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
No problem.
I'm excited to be here.
Good. Us too. Until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you. Thanks for watching. You can subscribe here, go to Patreon there, check out Kind of Funny Games over there, or see a playlist of some stuff Kevin's assembling over there. Kevin's weird.